Here, you! Yes,
What?
you! Take this orb!
Why?
The aliens are coming! This is the only way we can stop them!
I don't even know how to use it. How would this help?
I can't tell you. I'm dying.
But I don't know how to use it.
Ah.
You could tell me now how to use it.
But I'm the Herald. You'll have to figure it out on your own and have other people help you. Don't worry. You'll figure out how to use it at the end of the book.
Gentlemen, ladies,
Daniel, what are you doing?
that's Mr. DeGraff to you. I've heard that you have some very important information about the Herald stereotype and how to write it effectively.
What are you doing? Like, what's this?
Well, I think you made it quite clear last time that I don't need to pretend to be stupid in order to make this video series work. You just need to be smarter about your writing. So impress me.
Okay, well, today we're talking about the Herald character type.
I see. So are we already scraping the bottom of the barrel?
What? What are you talking about?
No one's ever heard of this character stereotype before.
Well, that's why we're covering it, okay? Because we may not automatically know what it is when we say it, but it certainly shows up in a lot of stories, so we better understand the concept.
Go on.
Well, you know, the Herald is essentially the person who jumpstarts a plot and shares critical information to the protagonist that's going to force them to take action, begin starting the main story. You know, so the idea is modeled off of the medieval Herald, you know, who would call the knights in battle to join the Crusades. Similarly, in literature, the Herald calls on the hero to join the main plot of the story.
Like who?
Well, you know, like R2-D2, Gandalf, Braum, Lor Santaka.
So, just a bunch of Star Wars and Star Wars ripoffs, eh?
What?
Like I said, a bunch of Star Wars types. It sounds like me that you're just reusing your list from the mentors from the mentor video.
No.
Rather than rather sloppy preparation work.
No, okay, so just because many Heralds are mentors does not mean they're the same thing.
Name me a Herald who isn't a mentor.
R2-D2.
Someone else.
Well, okay, well there are a lot of Heralds who just come in and die after calling the hero to action, okay? So like think about Abin Sur in Green Lantern or Eponine in Les Mis. Both are just mostly there to give the hero critical information and die.
Who's seen Green Lantern?
Look,
So Heralds either immediately die or they just reuse the mentor stereotype.
they don't reuse it. They're more like a different side of the mentor stereotype, and the solution to them is a bit different.
Okay, so how do you fix the stereotype?
Well, you fix them by making them actual characters and not just a plot device.
What's wrong with that?
What do you mean? Characters should never just be plot devices.
I disagree. Stop and think about it for a minute. What would it look like if in every story, if every single character that ever shows up in that story was a fleshed out person? You'd get so bogged down with every minor character and you wouldn't have time to actually tell the story. Every stereotype we discuss, you say the exact same thing. You solve the stereotype by deepening the character's type of personality and making them more like a person.
Yeah.
But some characters don't have much of a role in the story anyways. The mentor is one of them. He's just the best used as a tool to the plot. Nothing to say.
Well, you just defended authors intentionally writing unrealistic characters. What am I supposed to say?
I just defended authors regulating minor characters to the side so they can focus on developing the major ones. There's a difference.
But
so let's take the Herald here. Is it really a problem if they just come in with some information and die? Do we really need to develop an elaborate backstory before killing them off?
You don't need to develop an elaborate backstory, okay? But don't you see how cliched and just that type of introduction is? You see it everywhere.
Sometimes you need to do what's necessary to jumpstart the plot. There's the reason all good books do this.
Not all books do.
But most. You see, everything needs to be in service to the overall story. Sometimes the overall story is better if the character is developed. Sometimes it's better if it isn't. The problem is you're assuming deep characters is the most important thing ever, when it's simply not.
You're saying all this fancy stuff, but you're really just defending cliches.
Well, we may have to let the viewers determine that.
Fine. So are you done with this little performance?
No, this wasn't even a performance. This is just the new me.
I think you should have had a better New Year's resolution. Either way, viewers, let us know in the comments what you think about our little debate here.
Gentlemen, stay classy. Ladies, you know where I'm at.
So let's see here. $3 watch, $15 suit jacket, a shirt you got at Goodwill, pants that don't even match. Does looking intelligent cost that little?
Well, you see, when you spend all your money on not video games, you and actual purposes.
He spends his money on cheese doodles.
Do I look like you spend my money on cheese doodles?
Answer is yes. Let them know in the comments.
Let me know in the comments below.